can say every 1 out of 100 hard disks. I'm talking about mechanical hard disks, okay? Every 1 out of 100 hard disks has a possibility to fail within 1 year of manufacture. Okay, so that's a fact. And out of the 60% is due to mechanical failure, another 40% is due to misuse. Okay, misuse means how you can misuse a hard disk, right? What do you mean by misuse?
Wrong doing machine.
Yeah, what you do wrong, what you can do wrong to make the hard disk.
Misuse. Like pushing hard drive to the limit or something like that. I don't know.
Not sure.
Misuse.
If the hard HDD is like having a clicking sounds, it's about to fail.
Okay. So if you want to intentionally screw up a hard disk, what do you do?
Drop it.
But it's inside the cabinet.
Inside the cabinet, yeah, the big ones.
Or you want to intentionally screw up any electronic device, what do you do? Without touching it.
Without touching it. I was thinking physical.
Overcharging the computer, the power. Overcharge the power to fry the.
Okay. Okay, even without, so still you are in a way touching it, right?
Come again, sir? What?
You should not touch it at all.
Okay, not touching it, and just by in itself it just malfunction, something like that.
You can just buy a very powerful magnet.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed what happens when you put a magnet? Powerful magnet. Okay, it just screws up the electromagnetic flux. Okay, so that's kind of misuse. Okay, the magnets and other kinds of radiations, infrared. Okay, all those things can tamper the hard disk.
Yes.
Bumping, right? That's what you said. If you drop it down. Electric motor. There is a motor inside that spins the disks. That can fail. Air intake, the fan, electronic circuit board fail, sudden power failure. Okay, so these are all the mechanical issues. Again, magnetic storage. So these are the components. Basically, you have a case, motor, platers, displays, disks, drive heads on the top, and logic board. So there is a chip also inside. It's not completely mechanical. So the chip controls everything. So all these are the different things. So any of this goes wrong, it fails. It's physical failures or logical failures. Logical failures is basically software-based corruption of file system. Corrupting file system means so logical failures, you can simply wipe out everything and you can put it back. Okay. The hard disk is still fine, only the data is gone. The device itself is good. Okay, but if the file system is corrupted, that's probably because of the operating system errors and all. You will lose the data. In this case, you will lose the data plus the device. Okay, signs, noise, ticking, crushing noises, files get vanished. Okay, unknowingly. Interruptions in boot process, hands, performance. Lot of bad sectors when you use check disk. Again, the computer performs slow, computer gets abnormally hot, all these things. Could be the reasons associated with hard disk failure. So you can have electrical failure, they are just giving you one by one. Electrical failures, mechanical failures, logical failures. Firmware, what is firmware, right? Every hard disk. Every device has a firmware, whether it be a mouse or a keyboard, we normally say it as a driver. Okay, so you can also say it as a firmware. So it's basically the driver, right? You can go to the device manager and check. You will have the hard disk driver also. So if something wrong with that, you can do that. Bad plater, also referred as bad sectors. So this normally happens if your head crashes, you know, the pointer, the needle that crashes with something. Symptoms of bad plater, hard disk hangs. You have something called CRC, the cyclic redundancy check. It's actually a method, it's actually a function that performs whether anything is good, any data, any piece of data is good, whether it be a hard disk or a network packet, anything. Okay, so just a way of checking whether the things are not tampered, not messed up. It's a mathematical formula actually. When you execute the formula, it should give you the answer true. If it's not true, then there is something wrong with the data, something wrong. Okay, so we have all these things. Now what we can do, that's the point, right? Symptoms. Okay, one solution and one most commonly used solution for all these. Now all these things, 99% you can't prevent it. It happens and it happens, that's it. Okay, we can't just selectively buy. You can buy a good quality hard disk, but still the possibility of being failure, you can't just stop it. Right? It happens. So you can just you can just take precautions. Now one of the precautionary measures is RAID, okay, which is more commonly used in companies, corporate companies. So RAID stands for redundant array of disks. Redundant array of, what is that? I stands for inconsistent. There is a full form. Yeah, redundant array of independent disks. Yeah. So it basically is very simple. We will study, we will actually do this. I think we are not going to do this in survey. Anyway, whatever it is. So what we will do is, now there are different types of RAID, RAID 1, RAID 2, RAID 3. Okay, different types of. Basically it is a backup. Okay. Basically, let's say for example you have, let's say you have 2 hard disks. Okay, 2 1 TB hard disks. So you have totally 2 TB hard disks. So what you will do is you will actually store only in the first hard disk. The second hard disk will completely be a backup. That's a simple form of RAID. So you will have, so one will always be on standby. So as you show, the one fails, the other one will take over. Okay, that's the simple way of choosing it. But there are many different things, like you can have like 75% you can take, like if you have 5 hard disks, you can use 4 or you can use 3, and then the remaining 2 you can keep it as backup. You can do some. There are different methods of RAID. Okay, we will study this when we come to the servers in deep. But right now it's just a means to do it. Now we can configure RAID in our. Why not? We will try this. Let's see how we configure RAID on. We have VMware, right? We can add any number of hard disks we want. We can try it, no problem. Yeah, the reach 7, right?
breathing.
Here.
Okay, I may take some time. So meanwhile, you just do some research. There are different types of RAID. Okay, you tell me which type of RAID is best. RAID 3 or RAID 5, RAID 4.
No. Akin din.
Yung gamit niya para sa server. Mas ito na lang sabihin mo.
Match in any way you wish. Means whichever, whether you want more hard disks or whether you want more safety.
Nangyari. Ano na yung ano ko dito? Oo, ano na yung operating system ko?
Itong Dutch nito. Operating system.
Ayun.
Start na. 6, 5, 2, 3. Kung mapasok sa any other college, ang pera siya masyadong gusto siya.
Hindi siya nakasa sa university.
Oo, hindi siya mapasok sa university. Gusto mo tayo siya sa wishing university. Walang ginagawa doon.
Ay, party na.
Ganun na pa. Yung topic nila.
Performance, price, and fault tolerance. If you're just using RAID 0, which is not fault tolerance. Okay, RAID 0 means you don't have any backup. You have 2 hard disks, you occupy the 2 hard disks completely without mirroring and all. Okay. So if one hard disk fails, you lose 50% data. But RAID 1, 2, 3, so there is something called stripping. Okay, stripping is a technique to store data on the disk array. This is divided into blocks, and blocks are written into multiple disks in a specific pattern. So RAID 0, 5, 6, stripping is used in RAID 0, 5, 6, and 10. Stripping. Got a little confusion in this. Okay, stripping basically means you don't keep all the data adjacent, right? You just take it away and just spread it somewhere. Okay, so the point of doing this is if you're losing one piece of data, you don't lose it 100%. Okay, you lose only 50% of the data. So it reduces the risk. So RAID 0 is basically for performance. Okay, but if your data means your target is speed. The target is speed, not the data. Okay, then you can go for RAID 0. So you have 3 disks and you strip the data like this. Okay, you divide the data like this. RAID 1 uses mirroring. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Exact mirror. So you need at least 2 hard disks to do this. So you have the exact same, so you have 50% This amounts to 50% capacity of loss of the array. RAID 5 strip with parity. Now parity is actually again like a CRC. It's an if you have a parity bit, you see some you should I think you need at least three hard disks for RAID 5. Isn't it? You need 3 hard disks for RAID 5. Why is that? You see here, it's 1, 2, 3 are data. You have 1, 3, and then you have a P, and then 7. It's stripped, okay? Plus parity. Okay, stripped means it's not kept evenly; it's spread across. Plus you have something called parity bit. Now this parity bit, it's not data. Now these are normal bits. Now of course it's all bits, right? Inside the hard disk. Okay, so these are data bits. And P is parity bit. Now what is parity bits? Parity bits is actually a calculation made on the data and it's the result of that calculation. Now using this parity bit you can make a recovery. Let's say for example you lose the third hard disk completely. Now using the parity bits of the first hard disk and second hard disk you can recover the third hard disk. It's like a simple mathematical formula, right? Let's say for example here the parity bit is 2. Imagine. So if you add this one and this one, 1 plus 1, 2, you'll get 2. Something like that. It's actually bits, right? Bit can be either 0 or 1. So you do this with the AND OR operation. 0, 1 and on, off, on, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So you do this thing, so you'll get the result in bit. That's parity bit.
3 disks.
And then RAID 6. You strip it and you have dual parity. Yeah, you are making a little bit more. So I think you need at least 4 disks for this. So you take a parity of the parity. Things like that. And then you have RAID 10. Is mirror over the strips. So you strip it and then you mirror it. So that is actually RAID 1 and 0 combined. That's RAID 10. RAID 0 you don't have any mirror. RAID 1 you have mirror. So you combine that. So you get the performance plus the safety. So I just RAID 10 is better. So you have the performance plus safety. But you need 4 hard disks. So if you have a 4 TB hard disk, you can only use 2 TB. So actually you can store only 2 TB, but you need one 4 TB hard disk. The other one is for mirror. Okay, let's see how we can do it in Windows. Now how many hard disks do we have now?
There are 1, 2, 3. Ginawa mo, di ba? Ayun. Yeah. Okay. Babalik tayo sa time na. Yes. Buti nga, meron ka na save. Ako tayo pabalik. This stream dyan.
Parang saan yung kasi lang yung box.
Okay, this
First you check how many hard disks you have. We did something in previous classes. I have 2 hard disks as of now. Okay, so I have. So what do we do now? So let's just. I have 3 hard disks.
Okay. So,
So what do I, okay, let's do from the beginning fresh, okay? So go to the VM, first let's remove everything and let's do it from the beginning. Go to VM settings,
Settings.
This we need because this is where the operating system is. So you remove the hard disk 2 and 3 if you have. Remove. Okay, now let's see what we want to do. Let's say we want to do RAID 10. Okay.
Where's that disk in game?
You want to see this?
Yes.
This
This MGMT.
Magkano virtual machine?
lang. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, this can be empty.
Virtual. Ang hina na yung computer dito. Pero nandun sa atin.
Now how much one hard disk? Should be equal amount, okay? Whether it be all 500 GB or 100 GB, whatever it is, okay? So we need 4 hard disks if you want to do RAID 10, okay? So let's add 4 hard disks. So you removed all the hard disks, right?
Yeah.
Except the main one. So right now you have only 1 hard disk. If you have anything extra, remove it, okay? So that we have the even sizes. So let's add it. Go to VM settings, huh?
Game settings.
Add. Yes. Choose hard disk. Yes.
Next.
You got it. I'll tell you from the beginning. Go to VM.
Wait, sir. Because my machine is very slow. It's hanging.
Okay, then you can just watch, no problem.
Okay.
It's easy. You just have to repeat the steps.
I-off mo yung mga tabs na.
Go to VM settings. Add
Sige.
hard disk.
I-off mo yung mga tabs.
Wala na, naghang yata.
Okay.
Oh, I can't do it.
What happened?
Need the password and username. Ask about this.
Asking for password.
Sa isa.
You are in administrator
Sa bunga. Sa isa.
Yes.
Ngayon na naman.
in the host.
Okay. Ito. Mention ito yung test.
Nag-ano siya,
And
Come on.
because you are not in administrator.
What the shit?
O yan.
Yan, ngayon yung lumabas.
I-exit mo na yung mga iba. Mga tabs sa
In the
taas.
host,
Yan.
you are still.
Ah,
So you
exit mo.
pause this.
Sige. Yan lang. Okay. 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 Okay yan. Okay. Sige.
Hype na yun eh.
Saan pa yung CD ko?
Okay, so just add hard disk. Next, SCSI. Okay, fine. Next, create virtual hard disk. No need to do anything. Just do next. Just make the size 500 and store as a single file. Finish. Okay, repeat it. We need 4 hard disks, right?
From the new hardest.
Yeah, and we add. Next.
In the back of it.
500. Stores in the file. Next, finish.
4 times.
So we will have 4 hard disks other than the main one. So we have probably 5 hard disks.
Okay.
current gigabytes is 435 gigabytes.
Hindi, ano na,
435 times 4. Ala. Ayan na.
total. Ano ito? Mas malaki na yung memory niya kaysa dito sa nasa labas. Yung mismong machine. Okay mo na?
Ay, okay. Try.
Hindi niya pa okay. Sabay na.
Okay.
About initialize it, right? Initialize all the hard disks.
Okay.
Right click, initialize disks. Okay, all the 4 disks you can initialize to GPT, okay? Not NVR.
GPT.
So all the disks are initialized and online. Now if you want to do RAID, so if you right click, you can make a new spanned volume, stripped volume, mirrored volume. But we can't do RAID. How do we do RAID 10? There is no RAID 10, we have RAID 5, right? Okay, if you want to do RAID, you have to convert the disks to dynamic disks. Okay, you can't do it on the basic disk. You can simply have a mirrored volume. Okay, volume is different from this. Volume is just like CD. Okay, that's volume. So if you want to make RAID, then you right click, convert to dynamic disk. All these disks except disk 0. Okay, disk 0 is the OS, right? All these disks, you make it dynamic disk.
But what is dynamic?
Huh?
Dynamic.
Dynamic is more advanced, more features you
Sa
have.
atin na, hindi mo mabalit ko naman.
Ano siya? Live, ano siya? Live disc. Yung pang...
Run. Takbo.
Hindi, parang... Ano? Yung live, ano siya? Live action. Ganun.
Live action yun.
Hindi, from time to time nag-ano siya. Update siya. Parang... ano ba pang explain?
Parang each time may bago. Hindi parang constant ano siya sa user demand parang trigger demand.
Baka i-locate ba muna?
RAID 5 is still not up, right?
Yes, sir.
I think these are, this is RAID 1, mirrored volume. Sorry, this is, this is RAID 0, stripped volume, spanned volume, this is RAID 3, I think. So if you want to make RAID 10, what do you have to do? You have to mirror over strips. So you have to first strip it, then you have to mirror it. So these two discs will be stripped. These two discs. Let's see. So let me make this one stripped, okay? You stripped volume. But it is 4. Okay, let me see. Next. It comes here like this. Okay, right click on this one, new stripped volume. Next. You can select the disk and set up disk volume. So you want to strip disk 1 and disk 2. Okay. Then you will mirror with 3. Okay. So right now you want to strip only disk 1 and 2. Next. You will have a drive letter also.
Add into next.
So I can give the labels to volume.
Assign the following drive letter. Strip.
The operation is not supported by the object. Visual disk manager. one by one.
Manual.
To volume.
Need na.
Hindi. Basta assign the file
One
letter
word.
ginawa ko automatic.
One word.
Hindi ko nakita
You
pa yan.
have selected two
Assign
discs.
the file letter ginawa ko. Unless
Yes,
gusto mo
Just one.
Okay, so yung next step, naglagay na siyang bagong label. Sige, ayan, imbis na yung volume strip volume. Ito ulitin niya. Sige ba? Next.
I got some issue. It's what?
Wait, sir. Wait.
Kaya,
mine is... mine is work. Mine is work.
It's what?
It becomes green.
Okay.
Mine, same as yours, sir. It's giving this error.
Ano ba?
Double E.
Pero this two.
Sir, strip meaning like two of the disc will be like one.
You combine both the hard
Yeah,
disks.
combine both the hard disks.
Both the hard disks and you don't know where the data will be stored, which one. It's like one hard disk, it will be like one hard disk.
Okay, partition.
Tama, same name.
Human.
Yeah, two. Diba? Next. F na ngayon, maybe E.
Working with your voices.
Working for you, for us it's it. Okay, if it is working, just strip it and then you mirror it. You mirror, how do you mirror it? Right click on the,
No, sure.
I think it's
They're not.
Mirror.
okay, this, do this one. Okay, click on this one. Wait. You right click on here. Okay, you can't do right now. You can do only like strip to volume or mirror to volume.
It's not even this.
Baka yung disc 3. Disc 2?
This, no. See, you have to take those two discs. You have to take these two completely.
Okay.
Like this and this. So you see, you have no option to select both. Then you have to right click mirror. You have to mirror into this. So the same copy should be here. But I think in Windows 7 you don't have that option. Maybe in server.
What's the difference between grade 5 and grade 10 and these old ones?
Grade 10
Pag sasamahan mo siya,
right?
ito, tapos
One hard disk where the
hindi naman nagsasama.
Okay.
But mirror means you completely have the same. So two hard disk space.
Both are.
Ganun.
Another power.
Okay.